Throughout history, mankind has wielded an endless obsession with destruction, each era crafting weapons more devastating than the last. From sharpened stones to nuclear fire, humanity's most ruthless creations have not only ended wars, they have redefined civilization itself. It began in the primal dawn of humanity when a simple sharpened flint could mean the difference between survival and death. But as civilizations rose, so too did the ambition for domination. The Assyrian Empire, one of the ancient world's first true war machines, unleashed iron swords and battering rams against their enemies, turning siege warfare into a brutal art. These weapons shattered walls and spirits alike, ensuring that resistance was often short and bloody. Centuries later, during the Middle Ages, a new terror emerged: the longbow. At the Battle of Agincourt in 1415, English archers wielded this seemingly simple weapon to devastating effect, raining death upon the armored knights of France. An army once thought invincible crumbled under a storm of arrows, proving that brute strength meant little against innovation and precision. The Renaissance brought forth not just art and enlightenment, but a terrifying leap in the deadliness of war: gunpowder. Cannons smashed stone fortresses with ease. Muskets and pistols turned battlefields into thunderous killing grounds. Suddenly, wars were not only won by the strongest, but by those who could fire the first devastating shot. The brutal truth of this new age was clear: whoever mastered fire and steel would rule the world. But the most chilling evolution came with the birth of mechanized warfare. World War I was a blood-soaked proving ground for man's most horrific inventions. The machine gun, with its endless rattle of bullets, turned open fields into killing zones where bravery became almost meaningless. No weapon, however, captured the pure, senseless horror of the conflict like chemical gas. Chlorine and mustard gas rolled across trenches like invisible death, searing lungs, burning flesh, and leaving survivors scarred and broken for life. The very air had become a weapon. As if that devastation wasn't enough, World War II unleashed even darker nightmares. The Germans introduced the V-2 rocket, the world's first ballistic missile, a weapon that struck from the sky with supersonic speed, offering no warning and no defense. Meanwhile, the Soviet T-34 tank and the American M1 Garand rifle showed that even the basic instruments of war could be perfected into ruthlessly efficient killers. And then came the moment that would forever change warfare: August 6, 1945. The little boy atomic bomb dropped over Hiroshima in a blinding flash of annihilation. Within seconds, tens of thousands of lives were erased. In minutes, an entire city was transformed into ash and shadows burned into the ground. Humanity had split the atom, and in doing so, had unleashed a power that could wipe itself from existence. The Cold War that followed was not fought openly with tanks and guns, but with the silent, suffocating threat of even greater horrors. Nuclear missiles hidden in underground silos or lurking beneath the seas on submarines could end civilization in less than an hour. The doctrine of mutually assured destruction, the idea that no side could strike without guaranteeing its own death, became the grim foundation of global peace. Fear, rather than valor, was now the greatest weapon of all. But innovation didn't stop at the atomic level. The 20th and 21st centuries birthed new terrors: biological weapons like anthrax engineered to kill silently and invisibly, chemical agents like sarin gas capable of slaughtering thousands in a heartbeat, and cyber weapons, malicious lines of code that can cripple entire nations without a single shot fired. In today's world, a virus uploaded into a power grid can cause blackouts, crash economies, and even spark real-world wars. Now, as technology races forward faster than at any point in history, we stand on the brink of an even more terrifying frontier: autonomous weapon systems. Drones, once used merely for surveillance, can now hunt and kill targets with no human pilot. Artificial intelligence is being trained to fight battles faster and more ruthlessly than any human ever could. The future of warfare may no longer need armies at all, only algorithms. Across millennia, mankind's capacity for creativity has always walked hand in hand with its capacity for destruction. From the sharpened spear to the hydrogen bomb, from war horses to hypersonic missiles, each weapon tells a chilling story. A story of ambition, fear, innovation, and the terrible cost of power. As we look toward the future, one thing remains certain: humanity's most ruthless weapon has never been the sword, the bullet, or even the bomb. It is, and always has been, the human mind, relentless, inventive, and unbound by mercy.